you're not at a point yet where it makes sense to like have your own chain. You don't have you can still deal with the noisy neighbor issue, and that's kind of what Nova is. But like a lot of teams that are some of them are just skipping Nova right now, but a lot of them are going to move into their own execution environments and build their own chains, like these orbit chains, basically, which is sort of like the next evolution of, I would say, the technology. It's probably come on quicker than I think. To be honest, like if we're not let's not focus on Arbitrum just now, but just generally the whole app chain thesis.
Yeah.
I think it's been a little bit premature, personally. Like none of these L2s are congested, right? Like there's like plenty of gas block space that like hasn't even been met from a demand perspective. What I wish we did instead of like having like all these different L2s launch, and I think it's starting to play out a little bit, is like how do we launch L2s or L3s, and we'll talk about the differences, different DAs that like actually enhance the application developer use case, right? So like, for example, one thing that I'm like excited about, like, we're working with Frame, and like they're trying to build like an NFT focused chain, and like they're building into like the Arbitrum node and smart contract layer is like programmability that like you can't rug creator royalties, right? So like they're building an environment that like has something that is like optimized for what they want to do.
Gotcha.
Right. And like that's really cool to me, right? Because you can't do that on a public chain, like at the chain level. You need your own environment to be able to do this. And it provides a lot of value to the use case that they're trying to develop and proliferate. Or like, for example, with Sobeys chain, Psy, which, at Offchain Labs, we've been helping them launch, they've got like really intense on-chain gaming contracts, right?
Yes.
So the public chains for like certain reasons, which are like way beyond me, have limited contract size limits. With his, we've extended it. Like his contract size limits are way bigger. So it allows developers who want to do like really intense computational stuff with their contract to be able to deploy there more easily in a like gaming optimized environment, right? So like those things I think are like really interesting. I think what we did was we just launched a whole bunch of L2s and L3s as a community. And it's like, just try this, try that, instead of like spending more time designing these things that can advance the use case. So I think we're recalibrating a little bit. There's about maybe 50 Arbitrum orbit chains in production or on mainnet now. And that's like in the last 3 months, basically. So it's been crazy to see that. I like the idea that like crypto is like permissionless, open source, all that stuff. But you have to trade off against sustainability. And it has to do with, again, that whole theme of like financialization that I was saying before. Because like otherwise, like somebody else is just going to like launch the exact same protocol with a new token and like vampire everything.